Hello, and welcome back to SEP, Slow English Podcast. If you're new here, welcome to our community of English learners from around the world. I'm Amin, your host, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you've decided to join me today. This episode is a bit different from our usual slow-paced conversations. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been creating quite a buzz in the English learning community, and I know many of you have been curious about it. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's explore this fascinating subject together. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about this topic? Well, let me tell you something. In 2025, we're living in an incredible time where technology is changing everything, including how we learn languages. Many of you have probably heard about ChatGPT, and some of you might even be using it to help with your English studies. But here's the million-dollar question that's keeping English learners awake at night. Should I stick with my human teacher, or is ChatGPT really good enough to replace them? This isn't just a casual debate anymore. It's a real decision that affects your learning journey, your budget, and most importantly, your progress in English. Whether you're a student trying to choose between expensive private lessons and AI assistance, or someone who's curious about mixing both methods, this episode will give you the clear, honest answers you've been looking for. By the end of today's episode, you'll understand exactly when to use ChatGPT when you absolutely need a human teacher, and how to create the perfect combination that works for your specific situation and goals. Let's start with where we are right now. The English learning landscape has completely transformed in the past few years. Think about it. Just 5 years ago, your main options were physical classrooms, textbooks, maybe some language exchange apps, and if you were lucky, private tutoring sessions that cost a fortune. Today, you can have a conversation with an AI that never gets tired, never judges your mistakes, and is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But before we get carried away with all the excitement, let's be realistic. Both ChatGPT and human teachers have their strengths and weaknesses, and understanding these will help you make the smartest decision for your English learning journey. Let me start with what ChatGPT does exceptionally well, because honestly, some of these benefits are pretty impressive. Always available, always patient. First, and this is huge, ChatGPT never sleeps. Are you a night owl who gets motivated to practice English at 2 a.m.? ChatGPT is there. Do you have a lunch break at work and want to squeeze in some quick practice? ChatGPT is ready. Live in a time zone where finding a good teacher is challenging? This problem disappears completely with AI. And here's something every English learner will appreciate. ChatGPT never gets frustrated with you. You can ask the same grammar question 50 times, make the same pronunciation error repeatedly, or take forever to construct a sentence, and it will respond with the same level of patience and encouragement every single time. Personalized learning at scale. ChatGPT can adapt to your exact level almost instantly. If you're a beginner, it simplifies its language. If you're advanced, it can challenge you with complex topics and sophisticated vocabulary. It can switch between formal business English and casual conversation English based on what you need to practice. Want to practice job interview scenarios? ChatGPT can role-play as any type of interviewer. Need help with academic writing? It can guide you through essay structures and provide feedback. Struggling with phrasal verbs? It can create endless practice exercises tailored to your weak points. Cost-effective learning. Let's talk money, because this matters to most of us. A private English teacher might charge anywhere from $15 to $50 per hour, depending on their experience and your location. Group classes are cheaper but less personalized. ChatGPT, it costs a fraction of traditional methods, and you get unlimited practice time. For many learners, especially those in countries where English tutoring is expensive, this accessibility factor is life-changing. Immediate feedback and correction. When you write something in ChatGPT, you get instant feedback. It can explain why certain sentences don't work, suggest better alternatives, and help you understand grammar rules in context. This immediate correction loop can accelerate your learning significantly. Plus, it can explain things in multiple ways until something clicks for you. If you don't understand a grammar explanation, you can ask it to explain the same concept using different examples, analogies, or even in simpler terms. No judgment zone. Here's something many English learners struggle with: fear of making mistakes in front of others. With ChatGPT, that social anxiety completely disappears. You can practice your most embarrassing pronunciation attempts. Ask stupid questions without feeling self-conscious, and experiment with new vocabulary without worrying about judgment. This psychological safety is incredibly valuable, especially for shy learners or those who have had negative experiences in traditional classroom settings. Before I continue, I want to remind you that if you're finding value in this episode, please consider subscribing to our channel. It's a free way to support our work, and it helps us reach more English learners like yourself. Your subscription really makes a difference. Now, let's be honest about where ChatGPT struggles, because understanding these limitations is crucial for making smart learning decisions. The pronunciation challenge. This is probably ChatGPT's biggest weakness. While it can explain pronunciation rules, provide phonetic transcriptions, and even suggest techniques for improving your accent, it cannot hear you speak. It cannot correct your pronunciation in real time, identify your specific accent issues, or help you develop natural intonation patterns. Pronunciation is deeply physical. It's about training your mouth, tongue, and vocal cords to create new sounds. This requires real-time feedback that only human ears can provide. Cultural context and nuances. English isn't just grammar and vocabulary. It's culture, context, and subtle social cues. When should you use formal language versus casual speech? How do you navigate small talk in different English-speaking countries? What's considered polite or rude in various situations? While ChatGPT has access to information about cultural differences, it cannot provide the lived experience and cultural insight that a human teacher can offer. It might know the rules, but it doesn't feel the cultural nuances the way humans do. Emotional intelligence and motivation. Learning a language is an emotional journey. Some days you feel motivated and confident. Other days you want to give up entirely. Human teachers can read these emotions, provide encouragement when you're struggling, celebrate your progress in meaningful ways, and adjust their teaching approach based on your emotional state. ChatGPT can provide encouragement, but it's programmed responses, not genuine emotional support, from someone who understands your specific struggles and celebrates your unique progress. Limited real-world conversation skills. While ChatGPT can simulate conversations, they're still fundamentally different from real human interactions. Real conversations involve interruptions, misunderstandings, nonverbal cues, emotional subtext, and unpredictable turns that AI cannot fully replicate. If your goal is to communicate effectively with real English speakers, you need practice with real human unpredictability and spontaneity. Now let's explore what human teachers bring to the table that AI simply cannot match. Real-time pronunciation coaching. A good human teacher can hear subtle differences in your pronunciation that you might not even notice. They can demonstrate proper mouth positioning, provide immediate correction, and help you develop natural rhythm and intonation patterns. Cultural bridge and social navigation. Human teachers, especially those who have learned English as a second language themselves, understand the cultural challenges you face. They can explain not just what to say, but when, how, and why to say it in different social contexts. They can share personal experiences about cultural misunderstandings, help you navigate social situations, and provide insights into English-speaking cultures that go far beyond textbook knowledge. Emotional support and motivation. Learning English is frustrating. You'll have days when nothing makes sense, when you feel like you're not progressing, or when you want to quit entirely. A human teacher can recognize these emotional states and provide the specific type of encouragement and motivation you need. They remember your goals, celebrate your progress, and can adapt their teaching style based on your personality and learning preferences. This personal connection often makes the difference between giving up and pushing through difficult periods. Flexible and adaptive teaching. While AI can adapt to your level, human teachers can read between the lines. They notice when you're confused but trying to hide it, when you're bored with certain topics, or when you're ready for a challenge, even if you don't realize it yourself. They can completely change lesson plans based on your mood, interests, or current events. They can connect English learning to your personal life, career goals, and specific interests in ways that feel meaningful and relevant. Accountability and structure. Many English learners struggle with consistency and self-discipline. Human teachers provide external accountability that AI cannot match. They expect you to show up, complete assignments, and make progress. This external pressure can be incredibly motivating for learners who struggle with self-directed study. To be fair, human teachers also have significant limitations that we need to acknowledge. Availability and scheduling constraints. Human teachers have limited availability. They have personal lives, other students, and set working hours. Finding a teacher whose schedule matches yours, especially if you have an irregular work schedule or live in a different time zone, can be challenging. Cost considerations. Quality human instruction is expensive. Private lessons can cost $30 to $80 per hour, and group classes, while cheaper, provide less individual attention. For many learners, especially those in developing countries, this cost is prohibitive. Consistency varies. Not all human teachers are created equal. Some are naturally gifted educators with years of experience. Others might be native speakers with no formal teaching training. The quality of instruction can vary dramatically, and finding a good teacher often requires trial and error. Personal biases and limitations. Human teachers bring their own biases, teaching preferences, and knowledge limitations. Some might focus too heavily on grammar while neglecting speaking skills. Others might have strong preferences for certain learning styles that don't match your needs. The winning combination. Hybrid learning. Here's where things get interesting, and this is probably the most practical advice I can give you. The question shouldn't be ChatGPT or human teacher. It should be, how can I use both effectively? Use ChatGPT for daily practice and maintenance. Use ChatGPT for regular vocabulary building, grammar practice, and maintaining your English between human lessons. It's perfect for those daily 15 to 30-minute practice sessions that keep your skills sharp. Preparation and review. Before meeting with your human teacher, use ChatGPT to prepare questions, practice new vocabulary, or review previous lessons. After your human lessons, use it to reinforce concepts and practice what you learned. Writing practice. ChatGPT excels at helping with written English. Use it to practice emails, essays, reports, and other written communication. It can provide immediate feedback and help you improve your writing style. Specific skill practice. Need to practice business English, medical terminology, academic writing? ChatGPT can provide unlimited practice in specific areas between your human lessons. Confidence building. Use ChatGPT as a safe space to practice new concepts, try out new vocabulary, and build confidence before using these skills with humans. Use human teachers for pronunciation and speaking skills. This is non-negotiable. If you want to speak English well, you need human feedback on your pronunciation, intonation, and speaking patterns. Cultural navigation. Use human teachers to understand cultural contexts, social situations, and communication styles that go beyond language mechanics. Motivation and accountability. Rely on human teachers for structure, goal setting, and the emotional support that keeps you motivated during difficult periods. Assessment and progress tracking. Human teachers can assess your overall progress, identify areas for improvement, and adjust your learning plan in ways that AI cannot match. Real conversation practice. Use human teachers for authentic conversation practice that prepares you for real-world communication. Don't forget to like this episode if you're finding it helpful. Your engagement helps us create more content like this for English learners around the world. Let me give you some concrete strategies for implementing this hybrid approach effectively. The budget-conscious approach. If you're working with a limited budget, consider this strategy. Use ChatGPT for 80% of your study time and invest in human instruction for the remaining 20%, focusing specifically on speaking and pronunciation. For example, you might have one human lesson per week or every 2 weeks, while using ChatGPT daily for vocabulary, grammar, and writing practice. This gives you the best of both worlds without breaking the bank. The intensive learner approach. If you're serious about rapid improvement and have more resources available, try this. Use ChatGPT for preparation and review, but increase your human interaction time significantly. Prepare for each human lesson using ChatGPT, then use the human lesson for speaking practice, cultural questions, and complex grammar explanations. After the lesson, return to ChatGPT to reinforce what you learn and practice the new concepts. The specialized focus approach. If you have specific goals, like business English, academic writing, or preparing for English proficiency tests, create a targeted plan. Use ChatGPT for general practice and specific skill drilling. Work with a human teacher who specializes in your particular area of focus. Common mistakes to avoid. Let me share some mistakes I've seen English learners make when trying to choose between or combine these approaches. Over-relying on ChatGPT for speaking. The biggest mistake is thinking that chatting with ChatGPT is equivalent to speaking practice. Reading and writing with AI is excellent practice, but it doesn't develop the muscle memory, pronunciation, and real-time thinking skills necessary for spoken communication. expecting human teachers to be available like AI. Don't expect your human teacher to answer questions at midnight or provide instant feedback on every small doubt you have. Save your human teacher time for high-value interactions that require human insight. Not integrating the two approaches. Using ChatGPT and human teachers completely separately is a missed opportunity. The magic happens when you integrate them, using ChatGPT to prepare for human lessons and human lessons to guide your AI practice. Focusing only on cost. While cost is important, making decisions based purely on price often leads to suboptimal results. Sometimes paying more for quality human instruction is worth it, and sometimes free or low-cost AI practice is exactly what you need. #looking toward the future. As we wrap up, let's think about where English learning is heading. AI technology is improving rapidly, and we're likely to see even more sophisticated language learning tools in the coming years. We might see AI that can analyze your pronunciation, provide more nuanced cultural feedback, or even engage in more human-like emotional support. However, I believe human teachers will remain essential, especially for advanced learners and those seeking deep cultural integration. The future of English learning isn't about choosing between AI and humans. It's about using both strategically to achieve your specific goals. My personal recommendation: if I had to give you one piece of advice, it would be this. Start with ChatGPT to build your foundation and confidence. Then gradually introduce human instruction as your needs become more sophisticated. If you're a complete beginner, ChatGPT can help you build vocabulary, understand basic grammar, and gain confidence without the pressure of human interaction. As you progress to intermediate levels, adding human instruction for speaking and cultural understanding becomes crucial. For advanced learners, human teachers become essential for nuanced communication skills and cultural fluency. The question, ChatGPT versus human teacher, assumes you have to choose one or the other. But the smartest English learners in 2025 aren't choosing. They're strategically combining both to create a learning experience that's more effective than either approach alone. ChatGPT gives you unlimited practice, patience, and availability. Human teachers give you cultural insight, emotional support, and real-world communication skills. Together, they create a powerful learning system that adapts to your budget, schedule, and specific goals. Remember, the best learning method is the one you'll actually use consistently. Whether that's primarily ChatGPT with occasional human lessons, daily AI practice with weekly human sessions, or any other combination, the key is finding what works for your life and sticking with it. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of SEP, Slow English Podcast. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to our channel, give this episode a like, and let me know in the comments which approach you're planning to try. Your engagement helps us reach more English learners and create content that truly serves your needs. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, every conversation, whether with AI or humans, is a step forward in your English journey. See you in the next episode.